Thank you for coming to my site. I just wanted to say hello, welcome you to my site, and share with you a technique or an exercise that I've been doing for like the last, 7 years. Pretty much all of my teachings are based on this, and we finally just a few months ago wrote a book on it. It's called the Snowglobe. Me and my dad, I guess the guides figured that I would never write the book, which is true. So during one of me and my dad's sessions channeling for the books that we have, the Bible Speaks, Answers, Heaven Speaks, they said, it's time to write a book on the Snowglobe. So it took us like 30 minutes. We threw it together. It's super skinny. It doesn't even have writing on the side because it's so skinny. And we self-published it. And it's a cool little book that basically teaches you how to manifest whatever you want. You can manifest whatever you want using this. You can, it's better than The Secret. It's better than the Law of Attraction. It's better than saying affirmations every day, because in essence what you're doing is you're using some of the most complicated universal laws, the law of correspondence, the law of cause and effect, the law of one, the, what else? Law of, let's see, hermetics. There's a ton. So what I've done here with the Snowglobe is it was given to me by my guides. When I was going through a hard time, I had just started meditating. I felt like everything in my life was just kind of like caving in around me, although everything seemed okay on the outside. I just kind of felt like inside, and that's what I think a lot of people who are into spirituality start to feel. They start to feel and it's like, oh my God, all that stuff that I used to like or that I used to do, I no longer like. So I think that I need to be as spiritual looking as possible and let everybody know that I'm spiritual and let everybody know that I've changed. And that's kind of an old behavior, but I was going through that and nobody understood that I was meditating and I was forgiving myself and releasing things from the past and dealing with my addictions and dealing with my behaviors and trying to put a leash on my ego. And so anyways, I'm at this meditation class and I was really frustrated because everyone in class always felt something. They always saw something and I couldn't see anything or feel anything, and it was just like, I want to feel something or see something. So prior to the meditation, I basically bartered with God and I said, okay, I know every time we meditate, I say, I don't want to see anything unless it's for my highest and best good, the highest and best good in the universe. I only want to see the good. I said, okay, so as long as it's not bad, and it's not like for the lowest and worst, I want to see my guide. So it was funny because it's almost like going into the meditation, I wasn't afraid. I think that I had released like the fear of like, what if I see something? What if it's Satan? What if it's Lucifer? What if it's the devil? Oh my gosh, what will I do then? They're gonna come get me. And it's just funny, in spirituality, we have more fear about that than, when I was off addicted to drugs, doing stupid stuff in my early 20s. It's just like spiritual stuff, I had more fear because we have that fear placed in us, which is, it's not wrong because there is a lot of stuff out there, and that's why I think the Snowglobe is so important. So anyways, in my meditation, we were supposed to see a big ball of light in front of us, and that big ball of light was supposed to deliver to us our guide. And so anyways, the teacher's walking us through it. He says, there's a big ball of light in front of you, and you're walking towards it. And as I was walking towards it, it was around Christmas time, so I saw Santa Claus walk out of the big ball of light. Literally Santa Claus. But it was the Santa Claus that doesn't wear red. He was the Santa Claus that wears white, and he's all trim and kind of like debonair looking with his white hair and his white beard, and so that Santa comes walking out of the ball, and he has a snow globe in his hand, and he says, you are a snow globe, dear one. You are a snow globe. I love you. I will never let you go, and I have you in the palm of my hand. And at that moment, like right from above me, it was almost like lightning came striking. I was like, choom, like that, like all this light came like shooting down. It filled up the snow globe, and like, whew, like all of this like dirt and grime and dust and like weird looking goopy things and stuff came flying out of the snow globe. And then it was all clean, and I saw myself as me right now, sitting inside, like meditating, sitting on the ground, cross-legged, how I am right now. But what the crazy thing was that although it felt like I was imagining it, I could feel like stuff coming off of me. At that point, I had crashed, I don't know, like totaled like 8 cars, had like 20 car accidents. I had a bad back, I had a bad neck, I was on painkillers, I was on antidepressant, ADD medication. I was on all these medications to try to keep myself balanced or feeling good in my own skin. And really what I needed to do was to get all the crap out that was making me uncomfortable in my own skin. So at that point, like, all this stuff came flying out. So the next week, my dad and I got together, and the first part of this book, we have an excerpt from Answers Heaven Speaks, which is about, the original title was Bridging the Gap Between Christianity and Spirituality, but no one bought it because Christians didn't want it and spiritual people didn't want it. So it's Answers Heaven Speaks, and it's basically about the other side, where we come from, where we go, the different levels of heaven, the different level souls, and basically kind of just bridges religion and spirituality and shows that we all really do believe in the same thing. It's just said differently. So there's really no point in, you know, dividing the people over who God is. Like in the book, the guide said, you know, it's like, how silly is this? People are killing each other over who God is. That's just silly. So anyways, the first, the excerpt from in this book is basically the foreword is transcribed from February 2012, when the guides came in basically and told us what the snow globe was. And the snow globe, in essence, is a healing tool, and it is the basis of all of the Christ teachings and the basis of pretty much every religious teaching, made into something simple like a snow globe, because it happened to be Christmas, and I guess I happened to have to see someone that I trusted, which would be Santa. And you know, it turned out I've gotten to know the guide that I saw, and he doesn't look like Santa. He appeared to me the way that I needed to see him. And the snow globe, you know, he probably was holding up what the snow globe really represents, and that's the torus field. That's basically the electromagnetic field around us. So I invite you to try the snow globe. I invite you to basically look through the site. On this page also, I'm going to have a little thing of me walking you through the snow globe. Having the book in your hand actually works a little bit better, because you're able to tune into the energies that you're calling in, because I've programmed it. I'm also a quantum energy healer, so I'm able to program things. And my Skeptic's Guide to the Universe by me and William Gladstone is programmed, and as you're reading it, I've had people say, oh my gosh, I felt so high I had to go outside and put the book down, because what the book is doing as you're reading it is tuning you into your higher self. This book is basically programmed to tune you into the energies that are above you, coming from the creator of all that is, which would be the white light. The Christed energy, that's not Jesus energy, it's the Christed energy, which in essence is we all as spiritual beings living in human bodies are working towards becoming Christed. We are all working on embodying our Christ body inside, and that's the Christ body right there. So we have our soul, our spirit, our Christ body, basically down here is the chi, which is the energy that drives us, the prana, chi, or in Christianity would be the Holy Spirit. It's the energy, it's the source of all creation, which is unconditional love. It's white light. So anyways, I invite you to get this book. We made it as cheap as possible, as cheap as Amazon would allow us to make it. I think it's like $5.48 or $5.98 or something like that. And it's also an ebook, and we made it as cheap as Amazon would have let us make it, which is $2.99, I think. But I invite you to get the book. It literally takes 1 hour to read or less, depends on how fast of a reader you are. And there's a really cool manifestation exercise in it that I'm going to do as a separate video to teach people how to manifest anything they want. All right, I will see you in another video. Bye.